Players, since before your sun burned hot in space and before your race was born, I have awaited some players. And so have all of you, apparently, because we've been off for a couple weeks. So, Architects of Fate, welcome. This is Star Trek Adventures. We're playing the campaign Bajor Rising, episode 49, which is not a great number. Embers, that's the new tariff level, I found out, for those of you in the future. It was down to 49 at one point. The episode name is Embers of Tomorrow, a name I just pulled out of a hat and probably has nothing to do with what I was hoping is going to happen here on screen. So what I want to do is first let everybody introduce themselves. I'm going to start over with Destiny. You're on screen. Destiny, why don't you talk a little bit about yourself, your character, and how dazed you've become?
My name is Destiny. I will be playing Lieutenant Zara, and she has a massive headache, like college days hangover headache. No idea what happened. We're about to find that out.
Okay. Lemuel Higby, Jim.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jim. I'll be playing the engineer, Lieutenant Lemuel Higby, who feels like he's done a lot in the past few hours that I don't think is really reflected in anything that has happened anybody else. He's getting tired. Feels like it's been a long time.
Okay. Your hands are still working, so that's good. But yeah, you have had nightmares. And Dark Sarcastic? I think you're muted. Any luck? Anyone? Anyone hearing him at all, or is it just me?
I can hear him now. I was just hearing you a minute ago.
What did you do? While we're sorting that out, hey Cameron, why don't you provide a convenient distraction?
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Cameron. I'm playing Lieutenant Melkor Gorthar in Efrosion. And he got into a little fisticuffs apparently last time. And he's been hoping to do that since he was always sheltered by his family, since his grandfather was once the president of the Federation. And so he decided, I've seen a couple generations of diplomats just kind of play pocket pool, and he definitely took out the cue and did some whacking instead. And that's a little little double entendre for the group.
I've got like a lot of
body humor. Efrosian body humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Let's see if I've got am I pushed correctly here? Yep, I just have to edit my avatar. All right. And Bajor Rising, Dr. Twitch. I'm just going to see if I can hop into the director's seat. Steve, just to see if there's something I can do to help. You may have to just drop in and drop back out.
All right.
Oh.
Did you talk? How about now?
How about now?
I hear you.
Working?
Yep.
I hear
you, yeah.
There you go.
All right. I didn't even have to use the director's powers. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Nels Talos? What's happening?
Bajorn security officer. I think he's quite surprised that he's the only Bajorn who doesn't want to rip the Cardassians into shreds. But I guess we'll cover more ground as we go.
I mean, the day's still young.
Pretty much.
There we go. And what I want to do is we got a little bit of a catch up on what happened last week. So I think I chucked a bunch of text at you that is not to be read verbatim. as
Not
far as
to be
I'm concerned.
verbatim?
Well, I mean, you don't have to. I do not. It was. It is not there as a script. It is there as a. That sounds about like your voice and your cadence.
Okay.
But do not. Yeah.
Give me a few seconds here. All right.
Because you can just read it verbatim and just sound it out like we do in 3rd grade. It's okay.
There you go. Security officer's log, stardate 45923.3. Lieutenant Nels Tallis recording. Didn't know what to expect from those crystals, but they seem to affect everybody in different ways. Grief, rage, scars that never healed. Even if the night screams, still stars are still there. I think that's something my grandmother once told me. We seem to have a disguised operative, Jenkins, Arvok, not entirely sure, but that's why we brought handcuffs and duct tape. Apparently the other Cardassians are also being affected, which is interesting. One of them tried to fight, and the other, well, I guess he just broke. Let's see here. So, getting ready to lift off in the shuttle. I'd really like to wait for the rest of the team, but Arvok, Jenkins, he's really insisting that we need to get the hell out of here. So the crystals are still singing, and the longer we stay here, I don't think it's going to get any better. End of log.
Okay. So as we left the last bit, you'd return to your shuttle, I think, to deal with Darvok, because you basically, actually, no, you never left the shuttle. You just got looped into the Gestalt right from where you were. Right. And you and Ula had been, or was it Ula? No, Sarah Valak was doing some Vulcan-y things because we needed something for Jim to do. And back down on the what's it called? Back down in the landing area, the shuttle has departed back for the Odyssey. The thing to recall is while you were here, they all rushed the door. The guards, the Starfleet guards, kind of they didn't have emotional breakdowns, but they became very depressed, and they just really couldn't put up much of a fight, and they were sad. And when they got to the shuttle through the doors, they just kind of gave the biggest thing you can think of is they gave a wave of sadness and anger to the Cardassians, and it seemed to resonate on an incredibly deep level with them. So that's also one of the reasons I think that Azara was, she was trying to manage this whole flow because it was pretty out of control, and so it became manifest as a tremendous wave of empathy, and you guys can kind of explain it or describe it yourselves or hypothesize about it, but the Cardassians just kind of broke as Tallis said. And what we'll do is kind of start at the landing pad for the moment. And what would you guys like to do? Literally only one person was here from last time. So basically, Ragathor, you, I think, were trapped in the Gestalt, or at least paralyzed by it, and you experienced a bunch of the just overwhelming sense of grief of the Bajorans. Azara, you were in a similar boat, but you were much more in control of it. You had actually been in contact with the crystal and curled around it, and I think Lemuel got it away from you, and then tried to fiddle with it with a tricorder a couple times, and it eventually flared it and caused this. So, you guys can be waking up out of whatever you want.
Yeah, I would like to wake up and, I don't know where I am, so that's fun.
Okay. Okay, everyone's cracked open a brew. We're ready. It's Miller time. It's what the time Starfleet Miller time. No, it's okay. I just thought it was funny that our
beer 30.
It's beer 30.
Oh, and that Jenga thing in the ad just looked like all of the Bajoran pieces falling down from my sad gestalt.
So yeah, basically,
so I'm shaking it off, and I'm like, man, these crystals, we got to do something. We need to study them, take some back, because we've got to learn a little more scientifically about them.
Okay. Also, the first officer's here, but she's kind of not in great shape.
Right.
She was hit pretty hard, so that leaves you guys some freedom of action. To be honest, she got the Cardassians away. Yeah, Lemuel, what are you thinking? Think these things need to be studied?
They definitely do, because Lemuel is just kind of flummoxed. He's seen 2 Cardassians looking ashamed and aghast, and that's just not a look he's ever seen on a Cardassian's face before.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little like hearing your grandmother swear for the first time or something like that. You're just like, wait, you don't do that.
Nana?
Exactly.
That's the first time
Grandma!
you realized Julie Anders poops. That's a tough one. All of us bear our childhood scars differently. Yeah. So, the audience does not know who that is. Trust me. So you're shaking it off. You do have the crystal still in your hand. It does not appear to be causing any. Well, essentially, when that wave broke over the Cardassians, or when that anger just reached ahead and broke over them, that seemed to just drain all the emotional energy out of everybody. Okay. So you have a lot of people that are just kind of flat at this point. Hey, I'm assuming that's a happy subscription. Right? I hope.
Yeah.
Somebody? Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I did. I screwed up my main screen to my goals bar, so I don't care. Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do? I mean, you want to grab the crystals. You've got old people, right?
Now, are the Bajoran? I mean, we talked about the Bajorans or the Cardassians being broken. The Bajorans are just deflated, or
yeah, the Bajorans
are a lot of them.
They're emotionally drained. You're looking around you, and you're just seeing people
So
who've been through it.
They don't pose an imminent threat anymore.
All the fights they vented themselves.
Okay.
And they seem to have just washed it. They seem to have pumped it into those Cardassians. So I don't know what the counselor on the ship's going to do. Just be glad that that's not your second day, Ezra. That's all I'm going to say. Zara.
Yeah.
I'm going to offer a hand to the old man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
If he.
And it's like he's like barely making it. He's like, do I? Oh, okay. He's gonna paw you while you're hanging on to him. He's gonna try and paw you, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, since I don't really know their customs, I don't react negatively. I don't say
didn't you read the brochure?
Away from my ear. Get away from my ear. No, I'm going to allow it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
I read the brochure, but we don't know the depths of their. I mean, after seeing what this crystal did, I have no idea how powerful a power you can be.
Yeah.
I've never talked to Nels about it.
Yeah, Nels has an understanding of personal space, I think. Yeah. So he's gonna just oh, you have a strong, fine feeling, and your paw is that's becoming less confused. You don't seem to have been. You seem to have settled.
And for a
Yeah,
pacifist, you have a mean left
I feel
hook.
more settled.
Yeah, I like the pacifist left hook. Gandhi was renowned for his ability to go into MMA cage fights. So let me see. You've got the again. There's the crystal. Azara, you're kind of wandering around right now, so I don't have a sense of what you're doing or what you would like to do.
I'm going to try to look for Lemuel because that's the last person I remember seeing.
He is literally right in front of you.
Oh, hey,
Your vision
found
is
you.
coming. Your vision is coming
Here
back.
I am.
Yeah.
Welcome back, sleepyhead.
What the hell happened? I have the worst headache of my life.
Oh, I
Ow.
bet you do. Yeah, this crystal is like an amplifier of emotions, and I think these Bajorans showed the Cardassians exactly what it feels like to be on the receiving end of their own medicine.
Right, the Bajorans. They were writing. Oh shoot. What happened?
Okay, what do you remember?
I remember the crystal trying to calm people down, and apparently we didn't succeed.
Yeah, that didn't go quite as well as we would have liked.
Okay.
I shot an old lady and a kid, but they're fine.
Okay.
And yeah, somehow this crystal.
Should we inform the captain? The last time I checked, the captain was in. Oh, I can't think of the word. Wow, my head must be really hurting. The last time I checked, she was confined to quarters.
Thanks.
Oh, that captain. Yeah,
What?
I don't know what's up with her.
Oh, that captain, Remy Keller. Yeah, we don't know anything about her.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would interject too, Lieutenant Azara. The first officer took some pretty hefty damage, and I tried to do a little first aid on her, but I'm a scientist, not a doctor. So you have more medical training if you want to check her out, see if she's doing okay.
Yeah,
if you feel up to it, I can tell you're still pretty confused. But.
Nothing a hypo spray or two can't fix. I'm gonna hypo spray myself really fast, so with something very similar to caffeine, just to give me some alertness.
So you're gonna do stims, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah. Just make sure there's not a stony arch nearby, because if you give yourself too much of those.
Yeah, that's.
I've read the historical documents.
Yep. You are basically your head's cleared up. It's just general broad. What was it? Broad spectrum stimulant. So you got that. It's probably going to last about an hour or two. Because you didn't. I'm presuming you did not say I want to get through a marathon.
No, I literally just said it for I need this headache to go away ASA now.
Okay. Because as we know, headaches don't exist in the 24th century. So it means there's a Ferengi messing with your mind.
Yes.
Season 1, I have a headache, and everyone panicked. It was like, a headache.
Just don't get headaches in the future.
This was how Gene Roddenberry. This was Gene's vision. You could tell what bothered him a lot.
Yeah.
So your stims are up. Ella's going to need a little bit of TLC. She's probably going to be a medical 2, difficulty 2 task. And I think, if I recall, your intuitive healing. If I'm not mistaken.
I have emergency medicine. I remember that. I'm pulling up my character sheet, which I accidentally closed in a different tab.
I love that we do. This is our lives.
So I have a lot of medicine. I have emergency medicine, field medic, and advanced medical technology.
Okay, well, she's just sort of messed up. So, it isn't.
We're
She
going with
doesn't have. She
emergency
doesn't.
medicine here.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything sticking out of her chest. She's not, field medicine's good because that's when you got no equipment. Emergency medicine is probably when they're just losing their minds. I'm going to say, it may as well be an emergency. It's always an emergency for somebody. So I'll go with that. Yeah, and I think it's Yep.
Especially when they're command grade.
Oh, they hate.
Always an emergency.
Somebody's got a hangnail.
Clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's McCoy o'clock somewhere. Okay. Yeah. So let's. If you want to use, probably I'm going to go with reason and medicine.
Reason and medicine. Okay.
Yeah. It's reason is mostly you're just kind of think your way through it. You don't have to perform surgery. That would be kind of control. There's not a lot of diagnostic. You just go, okay. So yeah, just give her it's a difficulty level 2 task. You guys have all the momentum in the world. So you don't have to worry about that. You're rolling with a focus.
You just have to figure out what's a reasonable amount of medicine.
Yeah.
I got 1 success.
Okay. Well,
She does.
Ed, she didn't work. No 20s though, right? No whammies.
I got an 18.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't extend the range this week. So, what we're gonna do is say, well,
Wait, that's the wrong game. I got an 18 and an 8.
Yes.
Is what I got. So.
Yep, 18 and 8. So what you've got is, it's partial success. She's not getting any worse, but she sure didn't get better. So she's still kind of she's still laggy. It looks like this is a little more than this gestalt might have been a little bit more for her than she was expecting. And it may have actually overwhelmed her. So she may have a bit of neural shock going on. So at this point, you kind of stabilized her. I'm trying to think of a way to how you could mess up administering ibuprofen. But
the needle broke off the hypo spray.
Snap.
Oh, that wasn't ibuprofen. That was Klingon LSD. Damn it. Okay.
Damn it. Yes.
Your headache's going to go away, but you are going to see some of those weird shit ever.
Yes.
With Klingon battle music to it. It's very weird.
Oh, I do oh man. I don't necessarily, I'm going to put that in my back pocket for later because I like that idea. But yeah, but she's actually, yeah, she should start just mumbling Klingon opera. I think we'll just let it go at that. She's probably doing Frozen, but in Klingon. And I think there is a lyric for that. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to request that we get her to the ship ASAP with maybe some soft restraints, just in case she goes from happy trip to not happy trip. Okay.
What I'm going to do is, are you kind of putting out who are you saying, hey, we need to do this? And if I'm not mistaken, Nels Taras is, the lieutenant, I think, is provisionally in charge by order of seniority and the fact that he has the phasers.
I guess that's who I'm going to then. I'm just going to generally call out to the Starfleet, so everyone in the area, I guess, hey, we need to get her to the shuttle and back on the ship ASA now. This stuff's gonna make her have some fun times, so I need to make sure she's in sick bay when that kicks in.
Okay, Nels, you do pick that up. What I'm going to do is flip over to your little 2-person improv team here. Letting you know, basically, in this scene, I believe that Jim has taken Sarin Valak, who's the Vulcan. And then there's Jaxel Torin, Ula Galoy, and Karina Voss, who's an Andorian. So if either of you guys want to do it, you're all basically up on the mountain. You're seeing a Cardassian there. And Nels Talas had gone into a bit of a coma, some sort of a weird trance for a few minutes. And if I'm not mistaken, Saren was trying to do good Starfleet, bad Starfleet with the Cardassian.
Yes.
And I believe he is still, is he bolted to the back of the shuttle, Dallas?
Probably.
Okay, because I think you did. You weren't sure whatever the hell he was. What I'm gonna do is say, Destiny, would you take the Andorian Karina?
Yes.
And she has she's got 2 adjectives to describe her behavior. Cameron, could you pick one adjective to stick Destiny with? And Jim, would you pick another adjective to stick Destiny with? These are personality traits.
Let's see. Andorian.
Oh, it can be anything because I don't think we're going to worry about Andorian in this.
Okay. What's her?
word.
Is she security officer?
She's a gold shirt, so she could be security or engineering.
Okay. I'm going to say that she is. She's a bit cocky.
Okay. There's cocky, and what is the other idea, Jim? What is the other personality trait we're going to give them? I like cocky and uncertain. Don't do that.
That would be great. Foul-mouthed.
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to say that is a trait. You've talked your way into being able to get away with that because you convinced everyone that the Andorian colony you grew up in, that's just the way people talk. You studied, actually, when you studied Federation Common, you learned it from all the sweary novels. And so you're going to follow unless they swear every other word, no one pays attention to you. So this is just how humans must communicate. I'm going with that because I think I think it'll be interesting. Okay. So that's cocky and foul-mouthed. I was going to get like a kind of a background here. And we're going to put it in. Oh man, I picked the absolute fucking worst backgrounds there. Cocky and foul-mouthed. And then, all right, now it's Cameron's turn. Cameron, I believe you're Jaxel.
Mm-hmm.
You're a gold shirt. Pick whatever system you want to be in.
Okay.
Whatever profession.
I think he's going to be an engineering guy.
Okay.
He came down with Lemuel's team.
Yep. Okay. And Jaxel, I'm assuming he's a human. Destiny, you get to give back as good as you got. What trait should he have?
Scared, timid.
Okay. Timid and uncertain, maybe? Or we'll go with timid. Okay. And then Steve, why don't you saddle Cameron with something?
Timid. The only trait that keeps coming to mind, what would Mr. Rogers do?
Oh, kind?
That sounds good.
Like super empathetic or super kind?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be great with the.
So call him
Freddie,
not that one.
Yeah, overly kind. I think what we'll do is that.
What is this? Samuel L. Jackson meets Mr. Rogers?
Yes,
oh, yeah. You'd be a buddy act. You're both? No, wait. I completely forgot. Karina, you're security, right? Or no? Are you engineering?
Engineering.
I love it. All right. Yep. You're both together, and this is the best horrible act I have ever seen. Okay, you guys are going to have Mutt and Jeff time. Okay, now let's. Saren just does not care because these are engineers. I'm presuming. I believe Saren actually saw Nellis do stuff. The engineers, what I'm going to do is both of you have picked up unusual readings on your tricorders. For doing engineering shit, you've got a 13. Anything that's not engineering, you got about a 12 or 11. So you guys are both ensigns. You've both registered unusual energy readings. As a meta thing, this is because of the Gestalt wave that washed over everybody. There's a lot of residue on it, and it's a lot of and even the ground is a little bit resonating. So I think we'll take it from there. Nellis, you're actually the only player character, so you lead off what you're gonna do with Saren and Derek.
All right. I think I was outside with Saren. I'm gonna go back into the shuttle to make sure the Cardassian hasn't gnawed his own foot off to get out of the handcuffs, because they're crafty like that.
Yeah, if you want to get let's have a security and insight roll.
Sure.
And if you've got any focuses for sneak in or general deceptiveness, would be worth using.
Unless perception or negotiation, I don't think so.
I'd go with perception.
Okay, that's a good focus. All right. So
It's good. It's generic, and it fits a security person perfect, in my opinion.
I got 216, so no, I see nothing. I see nothing.
Sergeant Schultz is just rolling over here.
How the hell did you get out of your... Where'd he go? Oh, God damn.
You can't even see him. It's that bad. 20 meant you couldn't see him.
And then I hear that predator clicking. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
So, you've got he still appears to be tied up securely. I'm now going to use the word appears, even if it's true, because why not? Okay. He appears to be secure. He is still staring at you and wondering, all right, so where, hey, we need to go. There's a lot going on here. We need to make some reports. I need to report back to my controller.
Gathering the rest of the crew.
Okay. And then what I've got is Sarah, do you have anything you wanted to do while looking over Nellis' shoulder or not?
No, I think he's got this in control. He's the expert.
Okay. All right, so engineers, who wants to lead off on this? Because I'm just looking for personal entertainment at this point with you guys.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, you've got some sort of a tricorder has registered some sort of an event.
All right, we need to figure this shit out because this is weird.
What do you think is going on? Can you explain it?
If I knew, I think I'd tell you.
Oh. Well, is it something on the tricorder?
Oh my God. Yes.
He's timid. He's not an idiot.
Yes. Come on, let's go.
He's being overly patronizing, which is another Fred Rogers thing.
Oh,
well,
God!
Hand me the tricorder so I can see what you're looking at, because mine doesn't seem to be registering it right.
It's showing elevated levels here, as I show the tricorder without giving it up still. But I'm sure we can figure this out. I've got this. Why don't you go report back to the shuttle? I'm going to go over here and figure out what's going on.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Never split the party. I mean, literally, you're not leaving the screen, so it's not like you're gonna walk 3 feet away from them.
He goes, because he's timid. So, even though they're probably both ensigns, he
Oh, they're both
follows
ensigns.
orders.
Yeah, he's gonna go with that. Oops, I got you guys confused. You get actually, Jaxel, you're not certain, so you go to the shuttle with Nellis in it. I think in your confusion, you head to the security officer shuttle. Okay, that just died right there. Okay, Trina, you're let's see if I can get you some evens or odds here. Evens or odds
For who? Me?
for you.
Evens.
Okay, let's see if I can actually get does my software still work? No, that would be easy. There it is. Let's try that again.
Yay.
Is it showing up?
No,
Of course not.
not that I see.
Okay. Well, that's the dice thing. And there's the properties. And copy. Sorry, just a sec.
You're good. In the meantime, I'm just gonna start modulating my tricorder to figure out what is happening.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm literally hating my entire life right now. But
I was gonna say, you can just tell us the dice roll. I'll trust you.
oh, yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, that
That's
wasn't it. You lost. Yeah, so you do pick up something there. It seems to be that it's actually under your feet. It's almost like there's a reading there of a strong waveform that you know to be at least highly energetic, but it's not like warp plasma or anything.
I'm picking up some energy readings here. It looks like it follows a path.
Okay, the path goes down to the village, which is just down the hill, by the way, guys. You guys are up high on a mountain like you were getting ready for a flood, and everything's down the landing pad is down the mountain, and yeah, and it leads back off right underneath both the shuttles.
Let's go back to the shuttle and report this. This seems like something important.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're
And
right.
Perhaps
I think you're
promotion
right.
worthy.
You are going to be so the boss of this guy. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should do that. That's probably a good idea.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna start heading towards the shuttle and see what's going on.
All right. Ula Gatoy is sitting there talking about some medical supplies. She's actually getting calls back from whoever's down there still. And also, as things work, you get the chirp from Lieutenant Azara, which I think was, hey, I need somebody to evac somebody. Right?
All right, guys, pack your shit. We gotta go. That's us.
Who's that? Wait, who are you speaking as?
To
Karina?
it's Karina.
Okay. Apparently, Karina's just going to take command of this over the chief science officer. So she's just going to start pushing it around. Yeah.
She thinks engineering is better than science, even though it's a med-evac. She thinks we're better than them.
Okay. Did you guys want to go down and pick her up, or tell us? Did you want to go and grab the first officer?
No, I will let them go take care of that. I'm still trying to get some information out of this dude. Like, what's your hurry?
Okay. Saren, did you want to stick around and help, or did you want to send the gang of NPCs down the mountain?
Yeah, I will stay here. I don't think we should leave this Cardassian alone.
Okay. Let me see.
As alone.
As alone? So alone? All right. What I'm going to do then is say, well, Ula, I don't know how, it's two engineers and a medical person. Sure. There's a vein of something or other. I'm assuming you're just fucking off. You may have mentioned it to somebody, although I think the chirping came really quick. And I'm going to send those guys back down the mountain to you in a sec. Sarah Nellis. Yep.
Maybe my person wants to transfer security but can't, and since they requested restraints, it's my team.
Okay, you're going to be excited about strapping down the first officer?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, but fuck yeah. It is yes, Ensign, it is fucking cool. It is fucking leather. Okay, yeah. So, Derek is, come Aaron is saying, okay, well, can we take off now? He's shifty.
I've already asked you what's your reasoning on that one.
I have to report back. I'm going to report the, I'm going to report that what we found. That the I'm like, are you using the phaser just to prompt him? It's like, I kind of like that actually. So he said, well, you felt it. Every Bajorn felt it. That's something that won't be traced back to us if we use it.
Us if we use it? Need a little more explanation on that one, man.
Let me see. Well, yeah, by the royal us, I mean, the Federation, the Federation doesn't want to be seen in this. So, it's important that that the Federation not be seen as having a part in Bajor's liberation. Now you can detect, you can decide if you want to detect lies on his stuff or anything like that if you want to.
Well, I don't know if that would be information analysis. Probably.
Yeah, if you grab a couple more pieces of information out of him, and then you can kind of work on, work the pieces you've got out. I think if you want to grab a couple of more pieces of information plus whatever you might know about the crystals. Okay.
All right. So let's see what I can get from him.
We can also have Saren poke if she needs to.
Well, let's. If you're referring to getting all mind meldy with people, I don't think we're at that stage yet. But
Oh, Vulcans can talk.
Fingers
people.
Ready.
It's like. Yeah, show me the Vulcan finger exercises for, mind melt. Getting ready to grok this.
All right,
okay.
This last couple of weeks is getting weirder and weirder. I've never seen a Vulcan amused by the thought of mind melding.
So, simply meditative finger calisthenics.
Uh-huh. You know what? In the words of that other ensign, fuck it. Mind melded him. I'm tired of his bullshit anyway.
If you insist.
Okay, so you got oh dear God. Yep.
My mind to your mind.
And we gotta stare. We both have to face sideways and then cut back and forth. Yeah.
There's one tear coming down always.
One tear, yeah. So
what is this, Doctor Who? Stop crying.
Stop it.
God damn it.
This isn't Discovery. Stop crying.
Stop whining.
You want something to tear up about? I'll give you something to tear up about. So
Say, set my phaser to boot in your ass. That'll give you something to cry about.
So, Darek is going to. Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't notice we had a raid. I apologize. Thanks for covering that. So, if he's got a, let's see, she's got like, let's go with a. She's not good at this, I'm gonna say. So she's always wanted to try it, which is why she had to warm up a lot, so she didn't pull part of her limbic system. Right. She's gonna she's got a 12 in this.
Right.
And I don't know anything that I'm gonna say that Nels can probably help assist. I don't know how, and I'm very excited to find out what you would do to assist with a mind meld.
A Pa mind meld combo.
Outside of pointing a phaser at this guy and going, hold very still.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
It's open your mind with a phaser. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be a 12. We're somehow gonna make the NPC do some joyous things here. And throw a couple of dice. You're an NPC, so you don't necessarily have access to momentum unless you maybe want to. You can burn group momentum just for the hell of it. I got a 12.
I got a 4 and a 6. So
damn it. Okay, I gotta
pry this Cardassian wide open.
I gotta roll now. I'm gonna roll and not show anybody. Wait, and now you don't roll dice at all for me? Is that what I'm hearing? That's really annoying. Either that or just timed the fuck out. Man. Well, he got a 2 and a 4. So he critted on kind of keeping you out. You have you're there, you're pushing on the points, you're doing the things. He is not tearing up at all on this. He is you're meeting with resistance. You do sense that the thought patterns are possibly Cardassian or human. He's got enough of a scramble in there that it's indeterminate, even as species. And what you've got is some surface thoughts of having to leave his mission. Basically, you get the impression that he's going to bug out of here the first second chance he gets, with or without anybody. So those are the things you have from him. And unfortunately, the way it works is like, you get one shot until you can change the conditions of the test.
Yeah. He truly wishes to leave. Is he human? Is he Cardassian? It's inconclusive.
And that's what you got after the Vulcan facial massage, huh?
Correct.
All right. What are our communications protocols as far as calling the Odyssey?
I think you're totally welcome to call the Odyssey.
All right. Because I think at last count, the first officer was out of it.
Yeah, she's out of it, and the team is going to pick her up, so we'll pick up with that in a minute after your comms.
All right. So I think I will type beam, maybe coded transmission type thing.
Okay.
To the Odyssey.
Okay.
And give them the basic rundown of the situation, and tell them we may have an intelligence operative that we need to get off planet ASAP. And
okay.
Please advise.
Okay, so you want to Okay, so you were receiving too. Okay, I just wanted to double check that when she
Oh,
said
be
that.
nice.
That'll be nice. Oh no, you can always say blow us up and then just be done with it. That you don't have to worry.
Lock onto these coordinates and fire as many photon torpedoes as you can manage.
Yep. So you get an acknowledgement from the comms officer on board the Odyssey, and then they issue a standby. Hold please.
All right.
And then what we'll do is while you're there cooling your heels with somebody who is just really not great at mind melts. The shuttle rolls in. Sorry?
No, go on. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh God, I've got this is the most effed up thing. Azara, you stabilized Alara, right? Did you guys do anything else with the rest of the Bajorans that have been phaser blasted by Lemuel?
Who's a stun?
How many Starfleet officers are here right now?
Maybe
Or
3.
personnel in general.
Pretty much 3. You can bring you have Orient. Oh no, they're all Bajorans. You can bring some more, but the security left with the shuttle. A few people left with the Cardassians.
Am I the lead medical officer, I'm assuming?
You're the only one wearing blue. Or bluish green.
I'm going to instruct everyone, all the other officers, to start triaging, and anyone who's like red, bring to me. Everyone else who's, sorry, I'm probably using actual medical terms, but anyone who's in like triage red, which is like bad, bring to me. Anyone who's in yellow or green, try to figure it out yourselves.
Okay.
No, black has killed them.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a whole thing to black alert now, doesn't it? Yeah, you've got you have Alara, she's down, and you have Sheppo and Iza are both, they both were victims of phaser stun. I don't know if Lemuel, did you want to be the person that goes up and checks him out? Or did you want to send the notoriously bedside mannery Grothor?
No, I will tend to them. I shot them. I should help them.
Okay. It's good that you didn't gut them first.
Or throw rocks at them.
Okay. So, Sheppo is just recovering from phaser stun. She's disoriented. She's, she's just emotionally flat at this point. So she's just like, okay. Oh, I hate everybody. This is terrible. So she's
it's not great.
She's just talking about things. And, she starts talking about like fire caves and a bunch of stuff that you just assume is hallucinations. Just like fire. Yeah, she stumbles. She's kind of wobbly on her legs. Just think of it as, it's not too much to drink. It's just kind of just woke up. Haven't woken totally up out of a, I'm going to go with the bathroom, nighttime bathroom trip legs.
All right.
So they got nighttime bathroom trip legs. But yeah, she's there. She's kind of moving around. Gothor, did you want to just go over and hit Isa, since I'm going to go with Lemuel. You're occupied already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the kid, right? Or no, that's
the old lady.
The old lady. Yeah, I'll go over and check her out.
Okay, this is the old lady who I will say, Steve, if you want to take her, she's the one who is very much fuck the prophets.
Okay.
And one of the things that happened during the Gestalt was every Bajoran experienced that sense of unity and renewed their faith in the prophets. But she'd lost faith a lot, and who knows how she takes that, Plus, I think she was possessed by a power wraith at one point, or at least power wraith adjacent.
She's all confused.
She's going to have some confusion. She could be upset about her Social Security check.
There you go.
She was also like one of the weavers in the that was her job. Was essentially tailor. So if you needed that to dig into. But yeah, she's pretty angry, or she's done being angry, but is starting to come to something, and she could be just like a recovering alcoholic as far as vehemence and zealotry goes. Either way, Ragathor, you're heading on over to Zara or Aza. God, I gotta get these names.
Are you all right?
I have a question for you after all this. Did Gull Trump lower the price on eggs?
I don't know. I haven't been to the market lately.
For some reason, I'm worried about that.
I do feel that there's been some manipulation for self gain, but I'm not completely well versed in the Cardassian government at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're feeling better?
Well, feel like I'm drunk. Like a glass of water.
Just kind of hazy.
No, like a glass of water.
Okay. Well,
yes.
Do we carry? I guess I don't know. I mean, we've never seen Starfleet. No, dude. I'm meditating. I'm saying, do we carry? I've never seen a Starfleet person whip out a drink bottle. Like a bike, the kind you clip on a bicycle or anything.
Like a canteen.
I don't know. Yeah, like a canteen or
only when your shuttle crashes and you're trapped with Jean-Luc Picard in the desert and you're a guest star.
True, yeah.
You have a canteen as part of like what would be survival rations and stuff. So there's probably canteens in the shuttles.
Yeah. I'll tell her to stay here and I'll get one unless you feel like you can walk. Then you can walk with me.
I'll stay here. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, young man.
I'll go get her some water then.
Okay. It looks like all the water is, all the shuttles are actually gone. You look around and there's no shuttles present right now. There's two up on the hill over there. Ship. Yeah. And I have you wander over to Remy's ship and encounter whatever the hell's happened with her.
I'll go over there and see what she's up to. After all, she did know my dad, supposedly, from way back in episode 23 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She did that.
That's the old woman from scene 23.
Yes. Oh God. No, Remy's on her ship. She was, if I recall correctly, she was completely ready to murder Cardassians. She did not appear in the Gestalt with you guys, or you don't recall it. So she is right now. She's staring at something on the wall. And her back is to you as you walk in. Kind of, it's like the airlock goes right to the bridge because of course it does.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to scare her, so I'll call out rather than walk up because I don't know what she's looking at. So I'm like, Captain, do you have water on board? Like a canteen or a drink bottle.
Yeah, I got to get rid of all these
Perrier in a glass bottle. And
she's literally just in this lost voice saying, there's probably some, and then she just gestures further into the ship where like kind of the mess hall is.
Okay. Are you feeling all right? You sort of lost your edge. I seem to remember you being a little more vibrant.
Yeah, I'll be fine. And she still keeps staring at this thing that you can't see in the wall. So,
Yeah.
You want to
I
invade some
feel like I
privacy?
should help the old. Not yet. I'm gonna help the old woman first, so I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna head back and then say I'm gonna take some water, but then I'm gonna come back and see how you're doing.
Yeah, for a what I really want to do is start saying that you hear banjo music, that a frog is playing, and just leave that there for everybody from our early thing. Yeah, so she's just gonna continue. You're gonna all right this way to the plot point. Okay, fuck it. We're going this way. Yeah, you come back with a canteen of water.
I'll hurry back. It's just a quick sleep for the old lady.
Okay. There is a canteen. It is distinctly non-Bajoran, which I don't know what that means as far as drinkability. But it's ship synthesized water too, so it's different than things you
It's
got out of a well
probably
here.
safe. Yeah, it's probably safe.
Oh, I'm just thinking of Azara's
Well, I have
reactions.
a tricorder. I have a tricorder too, so I can quickly check the water if it's.
Oh yeah, the water's
It's
fine.
potable. Potable
Oh, it's
for Bajoran.
potable. Yeah, it's potable for everybody
Okay,
except a Horda.
so I'll just hurry out there and give her that, and then say, if you need any triage, let any of the Starfleet officers know, and then I'll go back into the ship.
Hey Azara, you see Rugga
I
Thor
seem to
basically
detect-
throw a
I seem-
canteen at an old lady and just
And I
ditch.
look down at my tricorder and I go, oh, wait, there's platium in that ship.
Thank you for the water. Who the hell is this Quark guy?
Oh, I love that it's a Ferengi head. It has ears. Yeah, the water does taste kind of unusual to you because it is like replicated water. So it's gonna be kind of flavored the way their replicators make it. Water tastes different everywhere you go. Usually that's not a bad thing, but it just tastes different. The water here the water on this planet is very brackish. Very literally, if dust could be in the water, it would be. It would taste like that. So this is actually the first kind of clean water you've had in a decade. And you realize the Federation's been holding out on you?
You gave us all water from Nimbus 6.
This is some weak ass moonshine.
Okay. Does she have a still by any chance?
Probably.
I like the idea.
If she's a Bajoran refugee grandma, fuck yeah, she's got a still somewhere.
She has a still. Okay.
Building a pizza oven somewhere.
Oh, I like that. I also like that maybe been how they found the fire caves or the caves. That would be my thought. That's my head canon. I made up the story. I don't know why I can't.
The whole thing's your headcanon.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird part about this. It's our headcanon. So you're heading back. Lemuel, you've got Sheppo's back up and on their feet, pretty much thanks to you not doing anything invasive to them. they're up, they're moving. Azara, everybody's kind of triaged. You've still got medical personnel kind of scattered around the place, and actually night, one of the things that has been happening is night is finally, like, dusk is hitting and the wind is starting to pick up. Yeah, it's starting to get cold. It's going to be 24 hours of howling wind as the temperature switches over. So I mean, everyone's shelters can handle it. They've handled it for a year now. But that's a thing that's coming up.
We have a shield around the whole encampment
Oh, we do?
that is supposed to keep. Yeah, didn't we set up a shield?
Yeah, we set
Yeah,
up
we
the
just, like-
shield back when there was the fires in the
yeah.
farming fields.
Well, yeah, I thought that was for out the greenhouse way.
I thought it went all around the whole thing.
Okay, here's the
I
deal.
don't know. It depends on how big it
If
I
it
need-
doesn't, it doesn't.
I need 6 successes, and it'll go all the way around it.
All right.
Lemuel, this is your problem. Whoever wants to assist is more than happy to. Just describe
I
how
think
did you help set up the shield?
I think I was involved tangentially in that, so I wouldn't mind assisting.
Okay. Tell us, I think you were involved too, and we're just going to pretend that this is what you did in the past.
I was standing by the generator. Hold very still.
You're picking stuff off of it. So each of you gets to roll one die. Whomsoever is assisting gets to roll one die, and for depending on what you're doing, apparently pointing a phaser at it is a control security kind of situation. What did Malthor do?
I guess do I still do the control security?
Well, he's pointing a phaser
for
at
the
it.
assist.
No,
Okay,
well, how were you assisting?
I'm assisting by. I'm going to use my tricorder to see what the phaser does when he fires it. So I'm like locking on my tricorder.
Okay.
A sciencey thing. I'm going to assist in a sciencey fashion.
Okay. Because what both of you are doing does not seem in any way to be helping Lemuel with his task. I love the idea that I'm going to go with, no, we're not going to fucking increase the crit range because that will just lead us to madness. Okay, so we need 6 successes. Lemuel, I'm hoping that I don't know what your other discipline, what your attribute should be for this. Is it reason, or because I'm not looking at your character sheet when I'm making these decisions?
I'm gonna say control. When I was setting up the generators, I had to like wire them in sequence.
Yes, you had to place them precisely.
Yes,
and I guess that they were welded in place by a well-placed phaser blast would be probably the other thing that happens. I'm gonna make sure they stay down. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
We were
and
putting up walls actually, but that's just me.
They were what?
I thought we were putting up not just a force field generator, but like I thought we were putting up walls or something.
Well, he ran out of time on the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was I think if I'm not mistaken, everything kind of went to hell with the thing, and then it was a stopgap to say, okay, we got to fix this.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with control engineering. Lugging shit into place.
Oh, okay. I was like in you welding things with your phaser is totally fine for me unless your engineering's really good. All right, control engineering. And Lemuel, let's go with control engineering for you. However many points do you want to use? You need 6 successes between you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take what's the max I can get? 3 extra dice?
Yep, you can go up to 5. So it's 6 points altogether.
All right. Anybody mind if I blow this momentum?
I have no problem.
Oh my God. Right. Put it all on the line.
All on the line.
All on the line.
Successes.
Force field.
Boom. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
What?
I guess the rest of us have to roll as well.
An 11, a 9, a 5, a 14, and an 8. My control and engineering. I got it wrong. 10 and 14, so I have a 14.
Yeah, you got a good solid score there. And you have set everything up. You'd planned this well. And now let's see how the 2 assistants work.
I got one success. So.
Okay, so we got 6. Cameron, bring it home with a critical failure.
No, I rolled a 12, which if I'm doing control engineering was a failure, but it's not a.
Well, you were using both were saying you were using other skills to assist, which is fine.
So then
you don't have to use whoever the main person's skill is.
Okay.
It was meant to be, how did you help?
Okay, so my help then was the tricorder thing, like I said. So I'll do. Would that be reason and science or control and science? Either, it doesn't matter. I guess either one's a success.
Well, were you thinking of a harmonic, or did you have to take a very precise reading?
I was probably taking a really precise reading.
Okay, that would be control and science for future.
Okay.
You had to hold that tricorder
So-
just so.
Right. Okay. So yeah, it was a success. I needed a 14. if that
Okay,
was control
you
and
guys have
science.
seven successes. Puts you back down to 1, which is really nice because I'm super happy you guys are drained out now.
Yeah.
Because now you hear the sound of a pack-led attack shuttle howling in the wind.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. I would love to
Oh,
do that.
okay.
Well, I'm just figuring it would sound like a 38 Maxwell. So
There's
Sounds
Jerry.
like the Excelsior.
Jerry's hanging out of the window with an old style megaphone. All your base are belong to us.
Yeah, this would be bad. Yeah, so you do have the you did put up the force field, which does actually take a huge chunk out of the out of the wind, out of the dust that gets kicked up, all that. That's pretty cool. Also, it does have a sensing ability, so if something approaches, it is also a sensor net. That was the other function I knew you had engineered into it, or I recall. So it was active that way. Did you guys? And it's basically just like a wall. It's not necessarily a dome. So you can think of it like just really high walls, like palisades. That'd be okay, and that'll work good enough for what you need.
It'll break the wind anyway.
It'll break wind. Yes, this is Lemuel's job. So at this point you've got the people. The people are going to be able to go back. They're going to actually have one of the nicer nights they've had. And they're actually, the Bajorans are probably going to go off. Gafir Olam is saying, well, we should have a celebration of a remembrance of our deliverance and our newfound unity. So they're going to kind of F off to a town square and a communal meal. If you want to join them or not, that's up to you. But they'll kind of clear out so that you guys are kind of left with the Starfleet team, the captain, and more or less you've repaired most of the shit. And Lemuel's still holding a crystal. So,
pocket that crystal.
So everybody's kind of moved on unless you want to go with them. Kind of getting near the denouement here. Whoops, shit, I just deleted the wrong person.
I do want to go back in and check on Remy.
Okay.
So I'm heading for her.
Good Lord, how many people oh man. Ella's still out of it. Oh, whoops. I still should bring the security guard too. So you do have one security guy, which can obviously be Dark Sarcastic if he needs to. It needs to bring us if he needs a jarhead. I believe it would be Sarcastic and very tall. Those are your two. That's all. That's his entire personality for the moment. And so you're gonna head back into the ship. Look at her. She's still staring at something on the wall, covering her body.
Get my communicator. Say it looks like.
You bringing anybody
Captain
with you, or
Keller.
just okay?
Well, I'm calling them just to let them know why I wandered off. I'm saying I'm checking out Captain Keller. She seems to have something going on where she's just staring blankly at a wall.
I might
And then I'll
follow.
enter the ship.
Okay, you're gonna go in the ship. She's still.
What do you see?
Oh, she should be like this.
I can't make it out. I got dust in my eyes from the windstorm that's coming up.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, it might matter.
Nothing does. And she kind of, whatever it is, she just touches a button and a panel comes back down. You know, you hear the sound of a hatch close or something.
Okay. Is it something I can see if I look around? Like, can I tell?
Well, there's a wall with a button and a hatch closed.
Okay. What? But it wasn't like the door to the ship, or
No, it was the thing that was like this big.
okay.
It was voguing. Sorry, yeah.
Only the size of my head.
It was big enough. It was just big enough that her body could cover it from you. That's exactly it is a mystery sized hole, a mystery sized door.
Okay.
And
but is she still staring after she closed it, or
no? She just kind of closes it. You'll notice that the button isn't a typical button. It looks like it's a biometric lock button. And she closes it, and then she just turns back and says, "Oh, I gotta go rest." And it's like, and then she's gonna say something to you that she probably said when you were a little grimmer, because you only met her when you were like 8.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just pretend that.
Okay.
And it's don't let your mustache get dirty, kid. And then she just heads back to our quarters. Azara, you said you come around. There's a hatch. There's the main door of the ship. You see the whatever it is. You see the bridge. You see Remy just leaving the area, and Ragathor just, I don't know how he's standing there. She just gave you something that she used to tell you as a kid.
And I'm kind of like, I'm pondering, I'm trying to remember what the context was when she said that.
It was that the person had a muffler with some car, someone's car, someone had a car go by. God, it is the fucking Packlids.
Yeah.
There they are.
They're in a Duesenberg.
Goddamn Packers in my neighborhood.
Yep. So yeah, she's out of there. The context, I think, it was playful. It was like the tousle on the head, tousle on your little white hair. And it was she was in a good mood. This was her, making fun of, treating you like a grown-up, because obviously I don't think Afrosians have mustaches when they're 8, but they could be that way.
I like the idea that they're born with a mustache.
They just come right out, just greased.
Right out.
Yeah.
Out of the egg or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yep. Sorry.
We can go with that. Let's go with that.
I'd like to
they
come
haven't
in at this
defined
point
it
and
for Asian
just
children
be
yet.
asking
Mm-hmm.
questions.
Okay. Well, she's
Right, so
she's effed off
I'll
out
kind
the
of
door.
clean my mustache just in case it really is dirty. And then I'll say, sort of to myself, but I'm just kind of like, wonder what's put her in that mood.
All right, you're saying that out loud enough to Zara?
Yeah, sort of like sort of okay. So that
Okay.
it's just loud enough so if somebody walks in, they're like, talking to yourself, Malcor?
Hey, are you okay? Before I go check on her, are you okay? That's Ragathor. Oh, am I muted?
Oh,
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh,
I was just looking. GM of the Great Barrier redeemed an object, so I'm all excited. It's the first time I actually caught something in a chat today.
yay.
Yeah, Ragathor, you realize from your childhood that you had a fake mustache because your real mustache never came in.
Oh,
And she knew it. It was a point of embarrassment. I'm going to assume, just to be gross, I'm going to assume it's the equivalent of an undescended testicle for, I'm going with it.
He's like, I still have them in my pocket.
Yeah. Just in case. I like the idea
Just
that
in
there's
case.
mustache extensions.
Yeah, mustache extensions.
Yeah, you got pillow tassels if necessary. Just braid them on in there. But yeah, so that is a thing. So I like the idea that we've now made it deeper. Thank you very much, GM, for that redeem. I don't know if that was what you anticipated, but screw it. You put it out there. We twisted it. That's her job. But yeah, so really, it's like, you know, she was a very. I don't know if it embarrassed you or not. You know, it's like teasing, but it was like kind of a good-natured teasing that happened. Right. And it wasn't the weird kind of shit that went on in episode 1 of Star Wars. We're not going to do that. Good. So, yeah. So you're leaving that to ponder while you're absentmindedly stroking your real mustache. Yeah, you walked into this one.
I'm glad that finally came in after that surgery.
Okay.
And for some reason, I wasn't able to hear Destiny. Did she say something to me when she walked in?
Yeah, I asked if you were okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you still not hear her?
You know, I think
it's weird.
Can everyone else hear her?
Yes,
I can.
All right,
That's
Cameron.
Weird.
That means that it's your fault.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's something to do with the browser because it happened once earlier too. Earlier, everyone dropped out and their mouths were moving.
Yep. It sounds like you're the same way. There should be a speed check software for the Ninja stuff, but it should give you like how many byte. There's an MPBS up in the upper corner.
Okay.
And I'm at like 9 megabits per second.
Okay. Yeah, right now I'm at 1.4.
Okay, I think that you pissed somebody off at MediaCom.
Nice.
That's my thought. We'll work on figuring out what your bandwidth is in terms of that, but that explains why you got some dropping.
Yeah.
And as a nerding out moment, the way the software works is you all are talking to each other on your own channels. So this thing, you're all kind of doing this peer-to-peer grunion spawning thing, whatever it is.
Huh.
Wonder if I close the Twitch window, if that'll help.
Oh, I'll bet
just
it
closed mine and my computer.
Okay, so it's Twitch's problem.
I've been watching it on my phone.
I just closed Twitch. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, now I'm at like 6.7.
Okay, now we know. Man, I'm a badass. I'm running you guys. I'm running OBS. Fuck you. Just why I got 1 gigabit Ethernet to the house. So there. So we can watch 4K TV shows.
Yay.
We can download certain files very quickly. So anyway, yeah, you've got this situation. You've got this thing where you're just introspective. You're reflecting. Destiny had a line for you, and I rode right over the top of it. So go ahead.
Are you doing okay? Before I go check on her, are you okay?
It's still not coming through.
Weird.
I think this is something verging into sexism.
Yes.
We need
Selective
HR.
mutism.
Yeah, that's.
I blame Golden Cot.
I blame Golden Cot.
That is weird.
Do you want to drop in and drop back out?
Yeah, let me try that.
Okay, because all of us can hear your Destiny. She's coming through.
Yeah,
on our stuff.
On the fly.
Yeah, you do some droppies. So, all right, now we can talk about him now that he's gone.
That son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
Boston.
Call HR. Yeah, Rufus is saying call HR. This is exactly the quality entertainment I expect from Architects of Fate. He redeemed an object for 1,000 Fate chips. The child can have a fake mustache. Yeah, so I'm super happy GM threw that one in there. And anyway, so what I'm gonna do while we're waiting is we're got this will they won't they up in the mountains. You guys just getting in? Do you want to try some information analysis, Talus?
Sure, why not?
Okay. What is it that you want to kind of divine from his word? His silence speaks volumes. For the moment, Kim, we skipped over you. So you can you can use the whole Sherlock Holmes version of interrogation if you want.
Let's see here. Well, from what he says, what he doesn't say, I'm just trying to determine. I'm just trying to determine if he's, just trying to play us.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to give you the Counselor Troy thing. He's obviously lying, trying to hide something. You might have to be a little more specific about, like, if you want to play like 4 questions kind of thing and narrow it down, I'm happy to play 20 questions kind of game with you. And I'm not talking about that in a negative way to kind of help narrow it down, because that can be the information analysis is you get to ask a bunch of questions and get correct answers. Does that work for you?
Yeah. All right. I guess the first question that.
Okay. I'm going to give you 4 questions.
I'm trying to suss out is.
Okay.
Is he Federation or is he Cardassian?
Okay. He's showing what you would guess. I mean, if you were to put it all together, all of his behaviors over time, and also with a mind meld, he would have, it has a lot of the hallmarks of a Federation deep cover agent. They've been surgically altered. They've done all the weird DNA stuff. A different actor plays them because of the heavy makeup, so you can't find them in the IMDb before the series premiere. So yeah, you have a Vogue situation. But yeah, because some of that's going to be altering brain patterns in my mind, because space magic lets you do brain scans. So he's definitely giving off like a Federation deep cover agent. He's been altered. So you got that one. So you got 3 left. So he is a Federation agent.
Okay.
Probably 98% chance.
Well, even if it's 2% that he's Obsidian Order, that's not good. Yeah, either way, it's not good. Alrighty. Okay, he was talking about some effects that the Federation would be having. Like, is there a weapon or a plot here, like by some deeper agency?
Yeah, this feels like, because he's cagey about it, you definitely get the impression there's things moving that wouldn't be in the open. And these crystals, whatever they are, seem to be integral to this. He had come here for a reason, probably these crystals, since he knows so much about them, and also, how they become useful. He seemed to understand like the psychic gestalt aspect of it. He wasn't surprised when you went into a trance.
Right.
So that's a bit. The gunpowder, the trees in the plot. Oh God, Rufus, you're messing with me. But yeah, so that your second question is, it definitely looks like these crystals are going to be a key component of some kind of covert operation, probably to do with Bajor. And that my probablys let you make extra questions, because that way you can change your tack. And
for the moment, because I don't remember, so this is more of a
okay. You can ask. Ask for background. Yeah.
Which is how is Section 31 more of a rumor, faded fart on the wind kind of thing, or would I be? I mean, I am Starfleet intelligence. Would I be?
Yeah, you are. Oh man!
But I'm not Section 31. But would I be like? Oh, I don't fuck. Okay.
Did you have like rumors and bullshit as one of your foci?
Let me see. No.
Any stock phrase that says "Here, I'll trust nothing"?
Well, I have a talent well informed, and let me just check my values.
I will give you that, sir.
Maybe.
Yeah, well informed is a really handy one.
Probably nothing in the values sticks out to me like, I know about those guys.
Yeah. Basically well informed lets you kind of gather up news and just go, I get to ask a question or establish a fact. So I'm going to just say that you are, it's not the open secret, that it is apparently in the 23rd century, I guess. But you do understand that there's some ideas that there's possible agency. There might be, operations you're not aware of, and they may be at an even deeper level than Starfleet intelligence. And your own mind starts putting things together like, well, if we don't know about it, who the hell's in charge of them? So you've got a rogue agency feeling about, like, there are people that run operations that are not filed in the main data bank.
Well, okay.
So you're aware of some of these deep things. You don't know the name. You don't know Section 31 as a name, but you have the feeling, the vibe of one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So you're aware of it, and you're more of it in terms of a suspicion or paranoia at this point. That helps.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're still on please hold from the Odyssey.
You've got 2 questions. If you want them to call back, that will be fine.
I'll hold on to those 2 questions.
Okay.
When they come to me. So.
All right. Well, the Odyssey does call back, and they say, I forget what you did. You told them the guy's name.
You
did a type beam on it yeah.
I indicated that we may have an intelligence operative, because that's as far as I really want to go with.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's insisting that we bug out.
Okay. Yeah, you'll get a response back. I would love it to be a Starfleet security code. Okay, guys, I need a goofy Starfleet security code name. There's the Omega directive and the Epsilon redundancy. If you guys have a goofy name that I'll attach to the security protocol. This is where you guys can just be what? Pineapple. Yes. And I think that now reveals exactly what happened with Dr. Miglimo and the captain.
The Pineapple Initiative. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pineapple. It's a pineapple Omega 7, and that's just that's just the security protocol. And
fuck, when they put Omega into it, it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, it's like nobody puts in Gamma, well, except for a quadrant. Tau. We'll do Tau. Pineapple Tau 7. And what happens there is an order to kind of, don't talk about anything. You've got something that needs to be brought back to your base. So that's kind of a general return to base directive, and do not divulge shit. Sorry.
Okay, and I will presume that that's a ASAP.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's one level. If it was Omega, you got to do it by feeding Starfleet officers into the matter reactor to get home.
Oh dear.
That would be Omega, is like all bets are off. Do whatever it takes.
Well, we've got a couple of ensigns who took off. No.
Yeah.
I think they'd struggle as we threw them into the reactor.
They might struggle. They might scream. But yeah, so it's a return to base. Saren has no idea what this is.
Okay.
If she's around. Sorry.
And does Odyssey want me to grab basically all the PCs and the first officer, or should I just?
I like the idea.
Need this dude.
I like the idea that you just F off. Because I mean, it's a pineapple Theta 7, man. It's like this is what I do, and you don't have to. It just means immediately return to base. Do not talk to anybody about whatever it is you found. And yes, and I will say, I know that's kind of the the dick move of running away as a player, but
right?
That's okay. It's not like the thief goes out looking for trouble because they're a dick. This is no, you just got some orders, and I'm if that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah. So you can just
going to turn to the Vulcan.
Shooter.
I need you to head back down to the encampment, and just
that's it.
I'm just trying to think what kind of, if there's some kind of message I can give the first officer that won't compromise anything that I've been told.
Let me see. If you want to code it, if you want to use security to just code it yourself, I mean, instead of having to figure it out yourself, we can just do it out as a die roll. It would be okay. Fuck yeah!
Do that.
It's late in the night, man. We all need to start drinking.
There you go.
But yeah, so I would go with probably security and maybe presence, but it's a security based item, so you can decide if if you want to drop a hint or something like that.
No, security plus presence should do nicely.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I was thinking I could technically just take off and well, no, and the Odyssey would clear it with her later.
Yeah, I mean it's up to you if you want to do it.
This is not like Kirk stealing the Enterprise and everybody's like, what the hell's going on? This is more like someone on Odyssey will call her and say,
my plan
wasn't being a jerk.
Yep. You can send her back down with I needed to let the commander know I needed to something to investigate. Because you're not deserting your post. That's the big thing I think you want to make sure you convey, right?
Yeah, just tell her I got direct orders from Odyssey to return to Odyssey.
Perfect.
And unfortunately, I can't say anything other than that.
Understood.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
I like the idea that you're like up on a cliff face. So you take off. I love the idea that you're up, you take off. The guy breathes a sigh of relief, says, finally, this is happening. Good. And then you're basically left on the Mount Saleha. And you're just staring around here.
One eyebrow cocked.
Yeah. Which I love the idea that everybody's just fucked off on you and now you're stuck on a mountain. I want to leave the chief science officer just stuck on a mountain for the moment. All right, so that's our joke. It's a good joke to play on her. I think that what we'll do is we've got a secret, and I want to do a cliffhanger with Azara. If not, and I don't know if Lemuel, can we put you into a cliffhanger?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know where you are. You're wandering around the environment.
Everybody else went into the
Yes.
Remy's ship. The
Yep.
Talisman. I
Yeah.
followed them.
Okay, you're going to follow them. Ragathor is playing with his mustache. And are you staring at the panel?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any way I can maybe bring it back up, but it's the biometric thing.
Oh, you've got
It's
somebody who looks
probably
like
locked out.
Oh, I think you've got somebody who could fix that. And then what I'm going to do is have, do you guys want to try and open it? You just want to convince, do you want to convince Lemuel to do some be a break and entering?
Yeah, that might be a good cliffhanger.
Yeah,
what? Yeah. I'm going to say, Lieutenant Higby, Captain Keller closed this monitor and she was staring at it quite intently. It may be important for us to see what she was looking at.
It's all the convincing I need.
Do you think you could get it to just pop open and look like it accidentally didn't lock itself?
Yeah, I could probably swing something like that.
The old loose camera, the old loose cabinet door.
Yeah.
It's open.
The old broken laptop latch.
Oh God! All right. What you're gonna
Probable
do is
cause I can open it.
Yeah, engineering and I'm gonna say fitness. It's stuck. Do you want to try and open it by brute force, or you want to try and do the lock?
I'm gonna try to like use my tricorder since we're on a Doctor Who kick. I'm gonna sonic screwdriver the door open.
Okay, so you're working directly against the door, not the lock.
Yes.
Okay, that was because there's two ways to open the door. One is just to punch it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with engineering and I like daring. Right. Mission Impossible music plays. You're gonna need a couple of successes there. Crit range is 19.
Ooh, damn it. The door does not open, but I do not hit the crit range.
Okay.
I got 2 14s. I needed a 13.
So you failed to open the door. Didn't critically fail. Let's fix that. Okay. Yeah, you did. Something went off. You hear a sound, a grinding sound. All you know is that's not a good mechanical sound from your attempt to force.
They don't like to sound like that.
They do not. Things do not like to sound like that. Zara, you've made it back to our quarters, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Surprisingly, there's no other crew around here because I don't have their tokens, and I'm not going to dig them up. But on the deck, it's just her, and you can hear her like just talking in Gaelic, let's say, or something. And for some reason, the universal translator doesn't do anything because the audience can hear it. But yeah, so she's like just murmuring something to herself, and it sounds like a poem to you. You're not versed in human stuff, so she's saying something that is in a kind of a lilting lyrical tongue. It doesn't sound inherently evil, just to let you know, but she is just kind of, it's some kind of a song, or it feels like she's reciting the lyrics to some kind of a song.
Okay.
And yep, and do something that'll cliffhanger us. I point the phaser at her head. No.
I'm gonna stay kind of back and record a little bit of the song before I'm like, hey, can we talk?
Okay. And what we'll do is we'll put a pin in all that. And next time, what do we think should happen on the session? I'm going to go with Jim, what do you think we should? What would you like to have happen?
I would like to have not just triggered a self-destruct of the ship.
Okay. Yep. All right. I just put self-destruct. All right. I'll remember what that means. I'm sure that will be fine. That'll be a great note. Steve, Darth Sarcastic, what would you like? I
want
to be ambushed by pirates. What?
Well, no, there's still, because you kept saying he was apparently still handcuffed to the chair, so there isn't apparently there. I could apparently wake up in the shuttlecraft toilet tied up with duct tape. And, oh, we weren't going to the Federation starship. You are an obscenely ordered guy. Oh, I'm going to love killing you. Yeah, missing a kidney.
You wake up missing a kidney.
I wake up. Okay, how do we get a bathtub in the shuttle? We're not in the shuttle.
You wake up in a chum bucket. Cameron, what sort of thing, aside from being able to hear everyone, what else do you want to have happen next time?
I was hoping that my MBS would increase through a wormhole or something. But as far as I want to find out that Remy is looking at something from Section 31 and that she's also in on it. And maybe the Cardassians are going to deploy some kind of WMD on this thing, and she knows about it, and that's why she said it doesn't matter.
Ooh. Oh, man. You guys are dreaming fucking dark. All right, Destiny, are you going to push for the Section 31 deal, or is she just going to be really sad about a dog?
I was going to go the depression route, especially with where my mind is right now. Well,
thanks for dropping that one at the end of the broadcast. Sorry, we do take it seriously, folks. We do, really.
We do.
Sorry. Yeah.
Therapy with the captain, I guess. We're gonna practice therapy with the captain.
Either that, or Remy becomes the next John Wick.
That works too.
Oh dear.
All right. Well, if any of these happen, it will be a miracle that we can make that work. But what I'm going to do is say, hey, thanks everybody for hanging with us as long as we can. Thanks for the redeems in chat. I hopefully we got some entertainment going here. I'm going to try and dig my way out of everything to find a raid for us. Let's pretend we can raid a channel. We're going to go and look at Primrose and Moonlight. Oh, there's another Star Trek game that they can ignore us on. Yeah. I mean, there's one that has a lot of people following it. I know for a fact that's the only reason that we're not making 30 people a stream. Let's see how they're doing. Let's go with how we roll. Perfect. We're going to raid how we roll. And if I can get my other act together, I can look up exactly what's happening on Architects of Fate with our weekly schedule. Well, it looks like Tuesday we're off because that's usually code red. That's a good thing. By the way, on Tuesday, we're also going to be having a session 0 for the possible new Planet of the Apes game that we'll be playing this slot next Monday. We're calling it Monday Monkey Madness. And we'll see how that goes. This is going to be classic 1970s Planet of the Apes, because why not? And we'll have a brand new GM that played with us before. Wednesday, they're off. However, keep in mind, go onto our Discord, take a look, because there could be a game or off the rails. And by the way, all you guys, if you're open to it, keep an eye on the channel on the Discord, and you can kind of hop in and play a Jackbox game or two. They get cussy. I will say they get very cussy. Thursday, we should have Fallout Episode 3 Friday will be Cookie Trek that we biffed for last weekend, and then Sunday we will be picking up with Call of the Netherdeep, still deeper in the stuff. But anyway, folks, I really